Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with a new podcast. We are on the 62nd edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you are doing well and I hope you are feeling better or actually pretty good today. So, I am Mr. Informal. Don't forget to add me on Instagram. That's Mr. MisterInformal. And on my website, check out mrinformal.com. That's MRINFORMAL.com. So, what are the topics for this podcast? Well, number one, Head Porter, the Japanese accessory maker, is closing for good. This makes me sad. Or does it? Well, I don't know, because I never had any of their stuff. I've always admired them. Number two, so during this NBA All-Star weekend, Adam Silver, basically the boss of NBA, have presented a jersey that can be customized via app. That's gonna be interesting. Number three, the rise in men's makeup in the USA. Okay, I'm only speaking about USA because I've seen men's makeup in different countries. Number four, fashion house tech. So there was a recently announced Louis Vuitton earbuds and they got me thinking, are they even worth it? Should you buy one? Well, I don't know. And so let's go ahead and start the Mr. Informal podcast. So Head Porter have recently presented their Spring and Summer 2019 collection. Not only that, they have also announced it will be their last collection. In a recent announcement by Head Porter, they said, "This collection will be Head Porter's final collection. We sincerely thank you for the support throughout our history. Endings also represents new beginnings. We will be launching a new brand under a new concept, and we look forward moving forward with you on our new journey. Thank you and see you again." So that's interesting. So they're ending Head Porter and they're gonna start a new business. So basically closing a brand, making a new brand, or maybe they're gonna close a brand, or they're gonna go on a vacation for a while and maybe start a new brand. I don't know. But for now, what do I think of this? Well, man, I never had any Head Porter stuff. I do like their design. I do like their technicality when it comes to compartments, functionality, usage, and also ideas on bags and accessories. But at the same time, they are quite expensive. I don't see a lot of Head Porter items, and when I do, I see them in boutiques because they are mainly sold in Japan and probably certain boutiques all over the world. So I don't really have a connection with Head Porter. The only thing I do think of is technicality and price, meaning they're expensive. Am I surprised by this move? Yes, I am. But was it sustainable for them to be expensive and only sold to boutiques? Well, probably not, because as you can tell, they're closing down. Like I said, when it comes to bags and accessories or whatever they may sell, I've always liked them. Whether it be design, I may not like the colors, but when it comes to technicality, fabrics, silhouettes, I love it. But in these times, the accessory market is very competitive. You can't just be sold in one area of the world and think you're gonna survive. Not only that one area, not only that, if your price is that high, the mass majority of people are not gonna buy it. It's only gonna be for certain people who can afford that item. And I don't really see a lot of people even using Head Porter or even buying Head Porter, even in the US, even though they sometimes market their stuff in the US. And like I said, I've seen a few boutiques here that sold them. But in a competitive market, headquarters seem like over a couple years that I've noticed are not doing quite well. They recently had a collaboration with Stowe Island. I mean, they've had recent collaboration here and there, but it seems like people are only hearing their name. It kind of reminds me of the North Face purple label, which is only available in Japan. But I mean, what can I say about this brand? Was it deemed to fail? I don't know. Was it just limiting themselves to one area that failed them? I don't know. But for some reason, Headquarter will be just another Japanese accessory brand that closed up shop. Maybe. So, during this NBA All-Star Weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver had a presentation in the All-Star Technology Summit. So he presented a jersey that will implement customization, meaning, based on the video that I saw, you can actually customize the player's number and name. That is going to be interesting. And apparently this will be implemented in the year 2038. Man, am I gonna live that long? I don't know. But based on the presentation, if you go look it up, it's actually pretty cool. So you download NBA app, whatever your phone may be, and then you connect it with that jersey, and then the number and the name will basically transform to whatever name and number you want. So that's pretty cool. But man, I think about the repercussion of this. There's gonna be hackers. What if, you know, a player gets traded and then suddenly during mid-game his number and his name, or maybe his team suddenly changed during mid-game? That's gonna be pretty funny, but that's gonna be pretty sad at the same time. And I wonder how much these jerseys will cost. They will be expensive. And what about the environmental impact? That's basically another electronics. And do you need battery? Do you need to charge it? The jersey is gonna be heavy then. Am I for this? I don't think so. I think there's one of those times when I think these types of jerseys should only be worn in NBA All-Star, but not in game, in season, even in exhibition, in the playoffs, in the finals. Because I feel as though if you implement this, it's going to be heavy. Not only that, it's going to be a distraction. And if you're, I mean, think of the cost. If you're a fan and you want to buy the person's jersey, it's going to be quite expensive. Now, in the year 2038, there's going to be a lot of things that could happen. Technology might get better. Fibers, textiles, and weaves might get better. We might implement electronics in fibers, which we already have before, but it's in its birth right now. And it's going to be quite interesting how this will be implemented or how this will be worn. I think this is just one of those special cases that it should not be worn during game or during playoffs or even seasons. This is just maybe an all-star thing. Could be a special thing. Could be a TV thing. Yeah, I can understand fans buying this, but at the same time I can understand why fans will say, hey, this is expensive. So there has been recent trends when it comes to the men's market in the USA, men's makeup. So there are men's grooming, nothing wrong with that, but apparently there is now men's makeup. Usually whenever a man, gay, trans, whatever you may be, buy their makeup, it's usually for women, but this time it is strictly for men. Unbelievable. I saw an article that Chanel presented their new men's makeup called Boy de Chanel. Reminds me of Boy George. I mean, man, if I was starting a business, I would probably start making men's makeup because apparently it's rising and it's gonna be $1 billion industry in a couple years. Men's grooming have already risen to that. And so what do I think about men's makeup? I mean, I'm not particularly proud. I'm not particularly happy about it. I prefer natural beauty on men. Same with women. I don't like women putting too much makeup, and I certainly don't want to see real men putting too much makeup. I mean, I can understand chapstick, eye drops, or even lotion. Yeah, that's fine. That's more like a hygiene or grooming thing. But makeup, now you gotta put foundation, mascara, eye cream, what else? Lipstick, blush, color, foundation. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So now, don't get me wrong, I've seen men's makeup in fashion shoots, in runways, even in movies, and even in TV shows. We got people stylists putting makeup on with these actors. Yeah, but that's a presentation wise thing. Not only that, that's a specialized, because you gotta look good in TV, you gotta look at movies, you gotta look good in the public. That's fine and all. But when it comes to your personal life, should men put on makeup? I'd say no. No. And suddenly I can see where if a man put a makeup and then suddenly go out just like a woman, they go out, men's makeup, and then they wake up in the morning and then they look bad. It's gonna be the same thing that us men, when we react to that, it's bad. Women are gonna react to that, it's gonna be bad too. So it's gonna be equal. And man, the prices, us men are suddenly gonna have makeup bags now. This is unbelievable. And man, the price of these are not gonna be cheap, that's for sure. Because women tend to spend a couple hundreds, and even $1,000 on just makeup alone, even every year. So, am I all for this? No. Am I all for grooming? Yes. But I mean, if there's a market, if there's a business for it, somehow it's gonna happen. So I just saw recently news that Louis Vuitton unveiled their new earbuds. Yes, earbuds, people. So, should fashion houses make tech? No, because to me that is not their specialty. Not only that, in the past and history, they don't produce their own tech. They basically buy it off somebody, they rebrand it, customize it, and then they sell it to the public acting like they're theirs. It's basically like a private label. And there's no innovation. There's probably a million other electronics out there that's better and cheaper, because whenever you have these, it's going to be expensive. Not only that, these won't last a couple years. Heck, it might not even last a year, depending on the warranty. If they are going to make a tech, should they have lifetime warranty? I'd say yes. If you're gonna be willing to pay a couple $100 to $1,000, why not? These fashion houses or these luxury fashion brands should acknowledge and present why these tech are unique, why are they worth the price, and what make them better than the competitors out there. I mean, these brands are specialized in clothing and accessories. I think that they should stick that way and be more motivated into design, materials, sustainability, and ethics. But when it comes to electronics, I want to know about where they got it from, what's the internal, how good are they compared to the competition. I mean, let's go on and on and on. But as you know, when there is brand loyalty, people will buy them, no matter how bad they are, even if the competition are better. Just for the name and just for the brand loyalty, someone will buy them. And if they become a hot seller, again, marketing, supply and demand, you're gonna see in Instagram, social media, you gotta have these sounds good, so and so. I mean, look, I'm not against them making this viable and selling these. But what I am against is that they have to show something that makes them unique and something that makes them better than the competition. Price for price. What's the technology? If these earbuds sound clear, have a natural sound, have a 10-hour to 15-hour battery life, can be charged USB Type-C. What's the warranty? Is it a couple years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it may be? I mean, you got to present something that makes it worth it to the consumer. Louis Vuitton and other brands sell bags, and I think their bags are always go up in value no matter what. Will these go up in value in a couple years? No. And this is why I'm having a hard time trying to accept these luxury brand tech items. And so that basically concludes this Mr. Informal 60-second podcast. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you actually listen to me. Appreciate it. And I will see. And don't forget to follow me at Instagram. That's MISTERINFORMAL. And my website is mrinformal.com. MRINFORMAL.com. I will see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.